What's up guys, Meredith with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we are checking out the Rough Country Sport Fender flares in flat black, fitting all 2024 and newer Toyota Tacomas, excluding the Trail Hunter and TRD Pro models. Now these will be a fantastic choice for the Tacoma owner who has added wider or more aggressive tires to their build and has noticed more mud and tire sling than usual and just wants additional coverage to prevent that and to prevent any damage to keep the side of their truck a little bit cleaner. Along with the additional width for protection, it's also going to help add a wider and more aggressive appearance to the truck for more of that sporty look compared to the narrow factory flares, and will provide the width needed for little to no poke for your tires if that's the stance that you prefer. Now, regardless of the model that you currently have, these are going to provide more coverage with 1 3/4 inches for the SR and SR5 models and 1.5 inches for the TRD Pre-Runner Sport Off-Road and Limited models. That again is going to provide some solid coverage to protect the side of your truck from whatever is kicking up off of your tires, whether you're on the street or on the dirt. Now, the more boxy construction of these is also going to add a sporty appearance compared to other pocketed options, and these are going to be paintable, so you do get the choice to match these to your color code or leave them flat black for the kind of black accented look. Now they're also going to come with a liner or seal to go around the upper edge of the fenders, which is going to give these a very clean and finished appearance when they're added to your Tacoma. These will be made of a tri-blend ABS material, which is rigid and will take smaller hits very well, but will also be pretty malleable enough to form to the side of the truck. The material is again paintable with the right prep, prime, and painting process, but the material and finish is also UV protected, so if you do choose to leave this gray-black OE look, they are going to hold up to the elements. They'll also have a full bolt-on construction, so you're not going to have to drill or make any modifications to your brand new truck when switching over to this set. This set is about $325. Compared to other choices in the category, these are going to be on the more affordable side of the spectrum, offering a flat black finish compared to some other painted choices that are going to come in at a more expensive price point, as you can probably assume. These again will keep that boxy and sporty look very similar to the Pro models compared to other pocketed styles, again making it a great choice if you want to save a few bucks while still getting a lot of quality and styling like the higher trims out of your Tacoma. Install will be pretty clear cut. I'm giving it a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it should only take about an hour or so to get the job done. However, at this point, we're gonna head over to the shop. We're gonna check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get these onto your truck at home. So that's gonna wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install, you will need a ratchet, a 10mm socket, and a pair of angle cutters. What's up guys, today we're going to be doing some fender flares on our Tacoma, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do for our flares is install our provided weather stripping. So we'll go ahead, and it is one big long length that you get with your kit. So we'll need to measure out our lengths here. So what we're going to do is a dry run first of install, and then we're going to cut it to length and then remove the cover for the little adhesive strip that's on the inside. Then we'll go ahead and install it. So these go on the outside edge of our flare here. Like I said, at first we're just going to get a dry run so it doesn't have to go all the way on. You can just kind of work around in segments. It does get a little twisted, make sure it's straight. So now that we have this lined out, we'll go ahead and grab some angle cutters, cut this down to length, just like so. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and remove a bit of that adhesive backing, the cover for it rather. Now we're not going to remove all of it at first. You remove a couple inches like so. You make sure you fold that out to a point where you can access it. So you want the flap of it, so to speak, to be facing upwards and towards the inside on the inside crease here. Go ahead and start working that on. Then as we install it, we'll go ahead and start pulling more of our adhesive cover off. So now that you've got this flare complete, you can go ahead and do the same thing for all of your other flares. So now if you come under the rear fender here, you'll notice you have clips that are ready to accept screws. Some models may have screws in them. If you do, you're gonna have to go ahead and remove those with a 10mm socket and a ratchet. Go ahead and pull those out. Our particular model doesn't have any screws in it, just the clips ready to accept our hardware. So we'll go ahead and do that. Also, one thing to note, if you do have mud flaps, you will need to remove those as well. So now we'll go ahead and get our flare in place and get our holes lined up with our clips here. So we're gonna go ahead right on with this flare. Then we're gonna get one of our provided 10mm screws started here. We've got the first one started. Then we'll get a few more around the side started. Then we'll install the rest and tighten them all down at one time. Now you may need to apply a decent amount of pressure, pushing in on your flare to get it to conform enough to get your supplied hardware in. So now once we have all of our hardware started, we'll come back in with a 10mm socket on our ratchet and tighten them all down. I like to start from the middle and work my way out just so we can kind of uniformly get our flare to sit. Now once again, you want to remember you are tightening into plastic clips. You do not need to over tighten them or send them home fully or anything like that. Nice and snug will do. Now that we have this one on, we'll go ahead and start with our front flare. So now for the front, we are going to have to remove the factory hardware in place on our fender liner here. So again, we've got our 10mm socket on our ratchet. We'll go ahead and pull the 6 screws around the top. Then we may also need to pull one more down below. We'll show you that. So we'll go ahead and pull these off now. Next, we're going to need to install this adapter bracket up into the top of our wheel well here, so we're gonna grab 2 of our provided clips. Go ahead and get those onto our adapter, lined up with our inner bolt holes. Make sure that seats all the way in, they're pretty tight. So now we're going to get this installed, so we'll take 2 of our provided 10mm screws. We'll line this up with our upper 2 factory bolt holes. We'll go ahead and get our new screws in place here. Then we'll take our 10mm socket on our ratchet and tighten these down. Now you will also need to take out this bottom mounting screw here. And we'll get this lined up. All right, so now that we've got a couple started, we'll go ahead and continue installing the rest of our hardware loosely, and then we'll come back and tighten it all down. Now that we've got all our hardware in, we'll go ahead and tighten it all down. Again, with our 10mm socket on our ratchet. And just like the rear flare, we'll go ahead and start from the middle and work our way out. So now that you've got this complete on this side, you can go ahead and repeat these same steps for the other side.
So that is going to wrap it up for my review and the install of the Rough Country Sport fender flares in flat black, fitting all 2024 and newer Tacomas, excluding the Trail Hunter and TRD Pro models. And you can find these right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.